So then
Harry Dree says, remotes suffer severe injuries when they don't work. They are beaten.
So, do you want to see this? If I plug this into my PC, I need to have the virtual machine set up a bit for it to do a reverse shell. Let's see. That's the thing that Thea was talking about.
When Roth Music says, hey, had a feeling something fishy was going on, and my female intuition was right. John 7869 is here. When Roth beautiful.
Hi, Johannes.
John 7869 says, Dick. Translated from Dutch.
Maybe we should do something more with these instead of just doing the reverse shell.
When Roth Music says, ha ha ha. Translated from Tagalog.
That's the TTS translation. It apparently in Dutch, you know. So some people feel it's a feature by now, not a bug. And
love you,
TTS.
John 7869 says, I forgot.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel. I'm kind of like boring. I want to have it actually not say things like that on stream, maybe. So it's your decision now.
When Roth Music says,
Harry, do you want
to see that
this
smile in Roth love?
Oh, thank you. I have to say I feel much better than I wasn't feeling very well today, but I feel much better now than I did. Because I have a bit of pain, but it's okay. So always great to have great company. So this is the reverse
Harry
shell
Dree
one.
says, yeah, what device is that? When Roth Music says,
yeah, this
great to hear.
Let me get a web page open for you. If I can.
John 7869 says, we are here for making you laugh. Johannes at least. D-Dub says,
hi lol.
Translated from German.
Let's go back to my left screen here.
When Roth Music says, John 7869, yeah, John is the smart one. D-Dub says,
Haha, it translated my Dutch into German lol.
What? I have to go and actually read in chat and see if you wrote something in Dutch.
When Roth Music says,
so
order.
It only works with the emote? That's funny. Yeah. Johannes looking for the sword, right? No, but we want to have a fun time, right? We don't wanna be too serious over here. This is not a serious place. This is a crazy place. More craziness. So instead of that, let's have this. And I do have, if I can unplug that, this thing is connected
John
to my
7869 says, you're so smart, Johannes. You're so smart.
I should maybe have that redeemed too there. Needs it. For when we have smart Johannes in chat. So let's go to my.
When Roth Music says,
maybe I shouldn't show
indeed.
you all of my docs. So I'll just open it in another window. My little Google Doc for this. There. So the digispark, it looks like this, and it's a tiny, if you can see it over here, you have a tiny little, this is a processor, this tiny thing over here, with just 8 tiny legs, instead of all of the ones. Let's see if I
Sophia
can,
and Martin is the only two that has ever said it. My mother always say that she doesn't want to lie to me. John 7869 says. Stop disturbing Sophia.
It's not disturbing, it's great. It's great. I actually have a few processors just lying around, so I thought I'd just show the difference. But actually, this is a processor too. This thing here is a processor. But I have like Pentium something here too. Oh, whatever. So, the rest of this is just a few components to that it helps it run. Is this zoomed? It's just kind of tiny. Yeah. So this, as you can see, it's called 80Tiny85, as it says here, and it's just a 8-bit processor, and it has this tiny amount of memory, and you can save a tiny few bytes to it. So that's all. And if you want to run something on it, then you use Arduino Studio, and you can just burn stuff to this like an Arduino. And since this is already done, if you don't really want to see it, I'm thinking we'll skip that part.
When Roth Music starts vacuuming in Sophia's small sounds with electrical, good to have things that make things work with tiny legs.
Are you vacuuming the sounds, or are you vacuuming the tiny legs? Anyway, let's start my little Kali VM here. And when I showed this on stream last time, I had it set up already. So, but it's quick. It's quick. So let's just start this one.
Oh, not sounds, boxes, PFGHRH, dang, don't mind me.
Oh, okay. We have Kelly starting over here. I'm thinking of, I don't know if rebuilding my computer, but reinstalling, maybe a bit more memory, maybe another SD drive, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Because I would like to be able to run several VMs. And then the most important part of this machine is, of course, a nice background. You have to have your priorities straight. So, not this one. Oh, look! It's got the wrong size. There. Then I have the... no, I think this is actually just Kali. Yeah, Kali. And you're not actually watching my keyboard. That would be funny, right? Have a keyboard camera showing you my password. That's on this very important virtual machine. So... just my nose itching. Waiting. This is a nice background. I like this one. Actually, a funny thing, that this kind of Kali logo, before I knew what this was,
John 7869 says, password is Kali Courtney, not me.
A good guess, but no. It's a few more letters. Actually, random letters. Let's see. I lost my thought there. So whatever. Let's just get this started to be able to get some connection. And I learned from last time that I should actually have two windows side by
Nice
side.
background, I agree.
Yeah. And now we can't see it because I've chosen to not have these
Harry
transparent.
Tree says,
There
where
they
did
are
you use
from
the
beginning.
image?
Where did you use the image? You mean the background image? Oh. You can do like Windows style and just choose an image. It's very simple. And it's with Kali from the start, so it's simple. They just had a good image. I think there are more images. I don't know why they are so few right now. Not the thing I'm digging into now. So on this one, we're going to start an HTTP server in this directory, because in this directory...
Winroth Music says,
The real question is, why isn't this a picture of me as the background?
Oh, we need a Johannes picture as a
Harry
background
Tree
instead.
says, yeah, the dragon. You were saying something about where you used the image.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I used it as, in Roblox when I was playing with my kids. I was trying to teach them, or we were exploring together how to make clothes. And you can select an image and add it. And I chose this one from just
Winroth
Googling.
Superstar.
So that
Translated
was
from
funny.
Dutch. Winroth Music says,
So it's still on my
Winrothsvar.
Roblox
Translated
character
from German.
from long ago.
Oväxta 8 såt.
I have the TTS so low now, so you don't have so much echo, so I can hardly hear it over myself talking. Oh, what? Let's see, what is that? Oh. Should I actually finish this? I was going to show you that in this directory, we have, let's see here, this revsh.ps1. And this file we want to share, because the things on... Oh, why can't you see anything? Because I put the mic in the way. Tell me, people! I just move stuff so you can't see it, and you don't tell me. It's your job. Okay, let's continue. So, the thing that I've saved to this memory, let me show you that too, because it's definitely still here
Your mic
somewhere.
is in the way.
Oh, thank you, that's good to know. Nah, this isn't the smartest that it won't remember.
Ha.
Let's see, open recent, and this one, and close that one, and let's make this one a bit bigger. So this is the full code that we have burned to this, and it uses something called digispark, and this is something you have examples for when you install the digispark stuff. So there's a digispark, and there's a keyboard here somewhere. Here, digikeyboard. So this one, if we open it, we can see that you can send keystrokes, and it does a hello digispark if we plug it in. Actually, since I had that one too in this little box, I had it saved these two ones, since I burnt them. If I plug this in now, it will start typing right where I am here in the text. So let's put it somewhere. I'm plugging it in to the USB here. And then what you first get, you get 5 seconds of burning new stuff into this time, and after that it will run. So now it starts typing there, hello digispark. So this is the program we're in here. It's typing hello digispark, it waits for 5 seconds, then it starts this loop again. And loop is just what the Arduino calls this part of the program. This is how it's set up. It has a setup part that runs once, and the loop part that's run again and again and again. With no pause really, it's just added. So if we plug this out, it will stop typing. and we can undo this or just close this down. So from this is additions, and it sends instead the key R
Harry
and
Dree
Windows.
says.
So Windows R.
While loops.
Yeah. So it's kind of C++ it uses, but it has these, instead of the main function, which normal C++ uses to start, it has these special functions set up already. Let's set up and loop. So the first is sent, instead of sending whatever text it was, it sends Windows R to open the windows, If I do Windows R, it opens this little thing. And here we can actually see this text, because this is the last one that I use. I don't use Windows R very much. And it sends this, and then it types the text. And this is PowerShell, and it gets opens a web client, downloads. It downloads the string. That is this shell, rev shell, PS1, from, this is the IP of this virtual machine. So we can look here. Here. Oh, you can see the start of the IP. Where's the IP? I'm just blind.
Zero Rixmber says.
Here it is.
Hello, my Arta block is not working.
Hello. Zero Rixmber. That's hard to say. Rix. Can I call you Rix? My Ardu block is not working, like in Arduino. This is anyway the file that we're going to run, which this runs, which is on this tiny little digispark.
Yes.
So, I asked like 3 things and didn't wait for a reply. That's very smart. That's like we used to tell you kids, do you want that or that? And they say yes. Just tell me stuff. So, this file, we're going to share this with a function built into Python that we can just do like this. Python m HTTP server 8000, and it will start sharing the files in this directory on a web server. Just that simple. So if we had like an index.html there, we could go to that in a browser. So let's run that, and it's waiting. It's a server waiting, and we can see if it gets accessed. It will be logged down here. And in this window, we will do something else. We will see the things that this thing does. The shell, rev shell. It tries to open a shell from my Windows machine then to this one. And what happens then is something must be listening here. And for that we have this netcat and some settings and the port number. And this is also the port number that this listens to, I hope. We can look here. No, I don't have the script here, but we will have it in a bit, hopefully. I can open another one. Should I do that? Let's do this. And this one that I used is actually from Al Hasred, if you've seen him. So this is his Cthulhu PS1 file. And here we have the IP and the port. Yeah, it's the right port. So this is what's downloaded to the Windows machine, and that's run.
Apparently Ardu block is a visual programming environment.
Oh, cool. So you can program your Arduino with block code. That's very interesting, because I want to get my kids started with this, and maybe that would be the best way. Especially for my 13-year-old who's got problems with, it probably have lots of dyslexia. So, um,
Web link.
cool. Let's look at it. Oh. So, can we zoom this? No, of course, it's just that zooms, not the image. Okay. The setup part and the loop part, just as normal. And you can do different stuff. Array numbers. I'm curious what this is. All off. Oh, it's a function. Oh, let's get back to the stuff. So we have, well, that one could stay on the bottom, of course. And we had this one there. This a bit darker, and then
That looks pretty cool actually. I'm just now learning about this too based on 0 Ricks per comment.
So if we go back to, let's close that one or minimize, and if we start this one now too, it's listening for something to connect on this port, and when it connects we will get some kind of text here. So these two things, that's what we're doing. Then I believe we will have to turn off Windows defenses, but let's just try to see what happens if we don't, because we would have to do some more complex stuff to get Windows Defender, which is quite good actually, not to find this problem. I want that's enough for this level. So what was I doing? Yeah, we have right now I have these two beside each other, so we'll see which one is which.
Johannes says,
0 Ricks from Br. If you're having trouble with Arduino block, you might want to try a simple Arduino code using the official Arduino IDE. This can help determine if the issue is specific to Arduino block or if there might be other factors at play when wrought well.
Yeah.
John 7869 says,
let's check here. So Ricks, if that's okay to call you, I would love to at a good opportunity test this and see if I can get it working and try the same thing that you're trying maybe.
You are too smart.
See what is good. And then of course you could do as Winrod Music Johannes is saying and try Arduino Studio. But if you're running the Arduino block because you want to have it in that way and think that's too complex, so maybe I can help another day. Because I think I'll do this test, and I assume now that this won't work. But let's have something to type in. This is probably the keyboard one. I'm just testing it. So this should probably be the keyboard one. Just want to make sure since my little notes here was removed. No, that was that one. Okay, so what happened now was that it was run, but it was also closed down. And if we look over here, we can see we haven't got anything. It didn't download the file, it didn't get any connection, and this is because Windows. Now we know the not connected one, it is the keyboard one, so I was totally wrong there. So I'm putting that in this little bag. Taking the opportunity to make everything but this thing be in there. So we need to unplug this to run again since it's not looped, as you can see in the they have for some reason decided to put this code not in the setup part, which is run once, but to put it in the looped part with an ending for loop, infinite loop. to stop it running. So it runs only once. So now it's unplugged. So to make this work, we'll have to stop Defender. And let's do that. I don't know what's visible here, so.
Johannes says.
John 7869C, try to be convincing enough that you're up to it and you'll get away with being credible enough to not have the faintest idea what you're talking about when rot swag.
I think I did this just, there you go, but I think it's, what? I'm clicking security, and that's probably it, and then, let's see, oh, no, that's not what I wanted, this is just updates. I don't want to update Windows right now. So let's look at security. And
John 7869 says.
Device
You do it so well.
No.
Like music in your streams.
What am I doing well? I'm just messing about here. Oh, thank you. Let's see here. I just moved all the windows off the screen to see the chat because it's still a bit low volume.
I know, for being a guy that can't play guitar.
Firewall and network protection, that's not it, right? My God.
John 7869 says. And piano. And drums.
I'm kind of distracted. Maybe I should just show this. It's not anything secret. Maybe you'll see what I'm missing. Let me try it. Maybe I'm on the right screen now.
Clarinet,
yeah, I'm at the right place. So let's. We want threat protection. That sounds good. And we want to turn off this. Yes. And we don't want any protection right now.
John 7869 says.
Thank you. Now you saw what I did too.
Johannes says.
So
Poetry.
I've turned off the security
Translated
features.
from Somali.
So now we're going to plug it in again. So.
Ooh.
Oh my God, the chat is really not visible there, right? It's right on top of this. I'll hold my hand here, you can read chat. Okay, so I found the option, which wasn't
Irony of fate.
very hard, but I was like, you're talking, people. So let's plug this in again with the protections turned off. So let's see. Plugging this in.
John 7869 says. Focus. D-Dub says.
Did you catch any of security live stream yesterday?
I think so. Yeah. Time is kinda quick. And sometimes not. So now we can see that if we look here,
where he found his machine compromised.
Oh no, I didn't. So here we can see we got this file this time. This is interesting. I'm just clicking on these settings to double check. Anyway, I believe that the file has not been downloaded, which it should have been. So let's debug this by actually... Oh, I know what the problem is. I have a security feature, another security feature. And you know what it is? Let's look at this, what it's been typing with Windows R. Do you recognize this?
He stumbled upon an active RDP connection going back to Germany. Really not good. Going to have to do a full wipe.
Oh. Oh. No, I didn't see anything about that. I think maybe I went to bed before he noticed it then. Because I was probably... Yeah. Anyway, the thing is that when we type this text with this digikeyboard.h file, this uses American keyboard. So what I need to do for it to be able to type the right things with this file, we could make our own, like Swedish, and localize it. But apparently it's a security feature to have Swedish keyboard. So if I do US keyboard there, and if we do this again, it should work instead of just nothing happening. If you noticed, it said as HTTP and the letter which we had on the keyboard next to L here. Let's do the desk one. You can see, so we got this key instead of the colon after HTTP, and other stuff that is odd, because it's based on the layout of the keyboard, not on the actual letters when it does this, because it's pretending to be a keyboard, right? So you could, if you were using this in Sweden, you would fix it, you know. So it's not that it doesn't work, it's still back to the left screen. So let's unplug and make sure that we have actually selected the English keyboard.
John 7869 says, you have to replace your keyboard, Courtney Facepalm.
Well, this is my keyboard, right? This is my new keyboard. So now I can see it actually typing the letters it's supposed to. And sometimes I know it closes this window and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe we could add some character here after the enter to make like a delay and then like minimize whatever, how you minimize a key windows to make it not visible. But now something happened here. First of all, the file was downloaded. It got the command here to download this file, and it was successful. You can see by 200. And then something connected to this computer. We got a connection from this. And if we press enter here, we have the C prompt of the Windows computer. So now this computer, my god, what happened? I think I've done that before. Everything got minimized. So this one, I can now, like, this is a PowerShell window, so I could do like ls here or something and list all the files. I could delete all the files on my Windows computer. I could go to, like, I'm in C Windows, or if I go, yeah, you know, I could do stuff here. Yeah. And now this isn't very visible since it's
void loop / check if the F key is pressed if digikeyboard dot is key pressed key F play fart sound digikeyboard dot delay 1000 / delay to avoid rapid triggering.
That was funny. I shouldn't cough, I think. Well, guys. So what did you think of that?
John 7869 says, what a clown.
So Harry, did you see that? What did you think of that? We could do more stuff to work around that. We had to close down Defender and stuff. But yeah, and also we could add the Swedish keyboard, but I found one, I think, for German keyboard, but I didn't find one for Swedish, and it's not worth it for me to dig into that. Because I'm not really gonna try to do this on people's computers. But maybe later. Yeah, there we had the tts.bot directory. I wonder what if I run.
Johannes says.
Maybe we can try on John's keyboard?
Yeah, try on his keyboard. Anyway, this is how these work. So you can do other stuff with it. Do you want to do a Rickroll on this one? We could do that too. But I think I should go to sleep early today. And yeah. Oh. That one's quick though, we could do it. I'll get my little bag here. Well, I got 5 of these. 5 of this in this little box. Some of them are new.
John 7869 says. It won't work on my French keyboard, Courtney Grimace.
And we'll have to make one for every keyboard that exists. So where did this one come from? It was from the keyboard one. We tried the keyboard input one. And we did this one. No, this one. So I should type that it's 433 and that's in there.
Johannes says.
Yeah, remember to take care of yourself, darling. You are the most important person in your life, Sophia.
John 7869 says.
Yeah, and let's
Johannes, you're exhausting, you see.
Let's actually burn one too. And never exhausting. Let's go do one too. Let's what was that? 30%. Yeah. Where's the Arduino one? Here. So maybe shift time. Oh my goodness. I did save a Rickroll one there too. So we can just
Johannes says.
Burn one too.
John 7869 am like a never-ending story.
So this one gets YouTube. And yeah, it does the same thing. Windows R enters a YouTube address, clicks enter, clicks I space it just to start it. And then if you have auto run, it would be the other way, of course. But this is just a keyboard, you can't read anything from the computer. And then it just, yeah, Windows R again after this delay. And, well, another delay. It types and opens a fake update page, and then F11s it to full screen. So, but it's the same thing, it's in the loop, not in the setup. So if we want to burn this to this little card here, which doesn't have anything, what I know of, we'll just first click this button. Let's move this a bit. And this is like compiling the code. For this is C. And let's see. We had no settings done. Let's make sure the settings. This is digispark and on COM1, and it's supposed to be no, I think it's supposed to be micronucleus. There. So let's try it again. This is very funny because I had no problems last time. I couldn't write building file. You see, it's doing a CPP file here. The system cannot find the path specified. Just to make sure we don't have any odd stuff going on here. I have not seen this problem before.
John 7869 says, "It's Johannes's fault." Johannes says,
I'm feeling I have a bit too much
This
pain
must be a really fun thing you can give
continue,
away if, for example,
like
you have a
finish.
track on Spotify. So you can give a thing like this to anyone and it starts playing right away when you plug it in.
Yeah, or sends a reverse shell, then making them control your computer. This is why you should be careful if you like, even if it's a USB drive, you bought it from China, it's new, there may be something on there, so be careful, people. Anyway, this is odd because I've never seen this, so let's do this. I'm just copying this, closing this, opening again, and I'm replacing the code. And it says it's a digispark.
John has been sending me UBSs for a while now. Now I understand. Dang.
I'm sorry for looking very tired because I am. This is the right one. I believe that COM1 is the right one too, and this one is the right one, hopefully. Let's see if this works better now. Did it react to me clicking? Let's just do this. Whatever you want to save it as, I don't care as long as it works. Yeah, and now it worked. So we're plugging this in. It was something odd with the path. So we're plugging this in, and now it would burn it. As you see here, it said plug it in. Oh. And then it runs. I didn't have time to tell you anything. So, now our computer is updating because we plugged this in. The thing is that the first 5 seconds when you plug it in, you can burn new information. And then after that, it runs. So, our computer is taken over by the digispark. It's kind of funny. But this is just a web page that, if we F11 here, we can just close it. This is a prank update screen. And, well, this didn't start. So we'll have to do that too, right? But now I'm very much got a bit of pain, so I should take it easy and sleep for a long time tonight.
John 7869 says, Lana DJ Chom. Translated from Haitian Creole. Johannes says.
When rot workout.
Johannes.
High
Love you
fives, John
guys.
John 7869.
So now I know, Johannes, that you know Arduino programming. You showed it here so, in the chat. We expect lots of play fart sound next time. No, but seriously, some electronic stuff. Here. A few streams ago, I was pulling lots of electronic stuff from different places, and I'm going to do more fun stuff, simply. And yeah.
John John 7869 says.
I've got lots of stuff to play with.
We have something to send to Zombie.
Yeah. So anyway, for the
Johannes says.
John John 7869 haha.
Translated from Tagalog.
for this one, let's look at this too. We'll have to try everything, right? Maybe this is good too for
Deaf confused programmer. Print I'm a
learning stuff.
programmer's nightmare. A code illiterate being. # call the function confused programmer.
Confused programmer. Yeah. So, right, you can't see my screen now. So let's
Make sure you guys
it's always So I'm thinking of reading. Let's go to Exceldro. Everybody knows Exceldro, right? The man who makes the plugins that Finite hasn't made. Oh my god, I've got the English keyboard still. So he's made the Move plugin and lots of those cool things.
John John 7869 says. Johannes, you're a nightmare for everybody, not only for programmers.
So thank you very much for being here, guys. And I hope you will all be back next time. And I'm going to start the raid. And I hope you will all
Johannes says.
come with me over there.
John John 7869 I love you John
Good
John.
night, everybody.
John John 7869 says.
Please join the Discord.
Thank you,
too,
Sophia.
if you haven't already. If you haven't
Johannes
already joined the
says.
Discord, do.
Thank you Sophia less than
And
3.
we can talk over there when I'm not streaming.
D-Dub says.
Bye fix it. Have a
You
good
too.
one.
You too.
Securi 7 love fix it 42 love.
Oh my, that was good
Harry
timing.
Dree
The
says,
Discord message
"Good day."
popped up.
Johannes says.
So Harry,
Fix it
Harry
42
Dree,
love.
hop into the Discord, yeah? We can talk there. And let me see. Oh, the hard name. Wait, what's the hard name? Will I have time to find it before the raid goes? I'm scrolling in the chat and it's so tiny here. Yeah, Ulrix Finber. Join the Discord.
John John 7869 says. Johannes win rot love.
Yeah. Love you guys. Bye bye. And I'm seeing the raid is tiny shrinking.
Johannes says.
Goodbye.
Translated from Indonesian.
Group hug. Hug everybody. Hug.